the simplest, by far, ability test paper that you've ever seen, right?
Able to take about the lesson. Hi everyone, this is Miss Bowen from PEP Practice. We practice PEP April 10, 2021. Or you can pay at 51 Wilk Street, downtown.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Bowen from PEP Practice. I'm gonna sit with you a little just to let you know where I'm coming from, where posting videos are concerned, so you can better have an idea of when is the high peak time to watch the videos or when videos will be posted. So we just finished our set of PEP examinations. First, we did the grade 6 examination, the grade 5 examinations, and the grade 4 examinations last. Now, I play a key role at my school where I prepare basically all of the students for the PEP examination. So for last term, I was working at 2 schools. I was part-time at 2 schools, plus I was doing my extra classes. So you can just imagine the level of work that I'm completing. And I could say that I like the term PEP specialist at both schools. It was really hectic. My summer program finished last week. So again, I have a lot on my plate, just a lot on my plate. And as much as I would want to put across the content here, go through the exam reviews, I kid you not, I have all of the examination papers. You just have to stay tuned. I'll go through everything. And I had them literally right after the examination. However, I just could not go through them because I just had so much things to do. Yes. Um, to whom much is given, much is required. So I hope that's a term. So, or vice versa, yes. So I really want to put up the content here. I'm trying to schedule something, yes, where every week, at least once per week, I put out a video. That's how I really started the YouTube channel with the Friday classes. I intend to go back there because I really know that I have a lot to offer and I want to put that across to the channel, to the viewers. Um, but I just need the time. So I have to schedule all of that. So I have all the examinations, as I said before. And just to tell you how busy I have been, students, you've been following my channel. You've noticed that I put the first half of the 2023 ability test examination, part one. I'm just now doing part two. I'm literally months after just now doing part two. So please bear with me. Please remember to like our videos, to comment, the whole interaction that does a lot for the channel. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel just to see all the new content that is coming out. As I said, I promise to be more active. If there were any other hours in the day, I would have utilized them because I'm just doing so much things. I'm studying as well, and it does take a lot of time to prepare my materials for school. It's just a lot that I have to do. But I do have a passion for sharing the information, for teaching, facilitating learning, and as a result, I have to put just to find the time, just to try to make the schedule, find the time just to come to share the content with you. I have everything. Trust me, I know it. We know this. We do know this. All right. So as I said, today's video is about the second half of the 2023 PEP ability test. So let's get right into the paper. So I'm going to share the paper to the screen. So I would have stopped at number 20. Yes, I would have done the first 20 questions. I'm going to pick up from number 21. I'm going to be sharing to the screen now. All right, so I hope you can see what is being shared. Okay, great. So for number 21, it says, examine the pattern below. Use it to answer item 21. 7 and the arrow points to 11, then it points to 15, then 19, then a star, and then 27, or an asterisk. Which number will correctly place the asterisk in the pattern? It should say replace. Which number will correctly replace the asterisk in the pattern? So what's the pattern that we're seeing here? 7 to the arrow 11, then to 15 to 19, and the arrow that we don't know, the unknown, then 27. So I can do a quick subtraction. Subtract 7 from 11, 4, 11 from 15, 4, 15 from 19, 4, 19 from whatever number is this. I'm sure it will be 4, and whatever the number here is subtracted from 27, I also know it will be 4. So I'm just going to choose the number that when you subtract 19 from it, it will give you 4. And when you subtract 4 from 27, it will also give you this number. And that answer is 23. I'll put 23 here so we can have a flow of that pattern. 4 from 11, 7, 4 from 15, 11, 4 from 19, 15, 4 from 23, 19, 4 from 27, 23. So 23 is the correct answer. All right, so it says 4 cells are marked on the grid below. Let me go down to the grid so we can see. I think everything else is shared here. Yes, everything is shared. 4 cells are marked on the grid. The location for 3 of these cells are also given in the key. Use the grid and the key provided to answer item 22. So we see for this is spade. That's D1. So we go across 1 and then we go down to D. Sorry. The key for the heart is A5. Go down the A column, go across the 5 row. And for the clover, we go across the 3 row, the number that is labeled 3, and then we go down the F column. So let's move on to number 22. What is the cell location of the diamond? Let's look for the diamond. And we'll do the same thing. We'll go down in the column, the C column, and across the row labeled 4. So we know that the answer is C4. You can just draw a line too, just to make sure that we're selecting the correct answer for that C4. All right. This question is a little blurry. I'm gonna still go through it. I think we can see it nonetheless. What I must say that I've completed the first part of this paper, and I'm on the second half now. And usually the second half of the paper is highly mathematically inclined, or aligned. What that means is that you're getting mostly quantitative or mathematics type questions at the latter part of the paper. So far it looks a little bit smooth. I won't say just yet what I want to say, but I think I really have a good conclusion on this paper, but I'll wait a little later on. So it says examine the pattern below. You wonder how I can read it, right? I haven't gotten a better version with this question as yet. So bear with me. So we'll use it to answer number 23. And we're basically just looking at the pattern. If you have watched the video on the topics that come on the ability test, you know that patterns are often there more than other questions. So in this pattern, we see the circle at the top, the heart to the left, to my left, and the diamond to the right. So I'm just gonna show you what happens. So first the circle will go here. I'm just gonna show you in the first diagram. And then it will turn and go across, and you can just glance across to the second and the third diagram to see what's going on. And then eventually it will go here, if that makes any sense. All right, so for the second diagram, this is the first stage. It moved from at the top or north to east. That's what we're seeing here, right? And then it goes across now to the west, like what we're seeing in, I'm gonna label the diagram. I'm gonna label this as number 1, 2, 3. You can do whatever you want to do with the diagram just to make sure that you're understanding it better. And then, so first it's turning, and then it goes east, then to the west in the third diagram, and then for the fourth diagram, it's gonna go back to the first, the place it was in the first diagram. And then it comes back over here to the second diagram, the place it was in the second diagram, which is east in the fifth diagram, right? So we'll say north, east, west, north, and then east again, right? So the diagram that is going to be where the asterisk is going to have the circle back up north, right? So it was east here, then west, back up north for number 4, and then it goes back to the east, similarly to what it did for number 2. So let's look for that diagram here. We're looking for the circle, the circle in the north position. All right, so the circle is in the north position in 2 of the diagram. So we have to take into consideration both B and C. We have to take into consideration the other shapes. So when the circle was in the north position, the heart was the one that followed after, and then the diamond. So let's look for that now. So we're looking for after the circle, the heart and the diamond. So the correct answer is, for all of the diagrams, the heart follows the circle if you look at it. So we have the circle, then the heart, and the diamond. Circle, heart, diamond. Circle, heart, diamond. So the correct answer is B. I know the exams would have finished already. It should still benefit the students who did the 2023 examination, because now you know what you got as the answers. I hope you didn't have to check out another YouTuber's review. Again, just my utmost apologies, because I was just really so busy. There's so much and no more I could have done. I also just want to pause for a few seconds just to extend the heartiest of congratulations to all the students, whether you passed for your first choice, second choice, whether you were placed at a school, you did your best. And I just want to extend my congratulations. And it's not really where you go, it's what you go there to do. That is very important, all right? I won't spend much time on the congratulations. If you were on my WhatsApp, you'd have seen the individual congratulations for the students who I work with, and they did extremely well. As I said, I know the PEP thing. So if you're on the channel, if you don't have the capital, or your parents don't have the capital to get the private tutoring classes, this is literally the next best option. All right. So let's move on to number 24. The instructions read, the clues in the rectangle below describe a 2-digit number. Use them to answer. Use them to answer item 24. So these are the clues. Number 1, the number is less than 50. Number 2, the number is greater than 20. Number 3, the number is a multiple of 3. Number 4, the digits 3, 6, and 9 are not digits in this number. So from that clue, we can eliminate A, because it's greater than 20. We can also eliminate D because the number is less than 50. Both are not a part of the clue. The number is a multiple of 3. Both 36 and 48 are multiples of 3. But it then went on to say the digit 3, 6, and 9 are not digits in the number. So therefore, the answer cannot be 36, because 36 is a digit in the number 3, sorry, and both 6 is a number, or is a digit in the number 36. So therefore, that would not be the answer. So the correct answer is 48. All right. Let's move on to the next question. It says, examine the shapes below. Each shape represents its own unique set of digits. Use them to answer item 25. The circle represents either 2, 4, 6, or 8. The triangle represents either 1 or 3. The square represents either 5 or 7. In any given number, each shape represents one of the digits given in the set. Which 3-digit number could be represented by, in this order, the square, the circle, and the triangle? So for the square, it can either be 5 or 7. So we can automatically eliminate D. And for the circle, we can have 2, 4, 6, or 8. I'm going to choose the 7 first, just to see how it works. So I can start with the 7. And then for the circle, I need it to be 3 or 6. For the circle here, it can only be 6, so I've automatically eliminated number or letter B. So we're working with A or C. So the circle, in this case, if it's 6, so we have 7, 6. So I need it to be a 2, and this triangle does not represent a 2, so I'm automatically eliminating number 762. So C is not the answer. So I'm left with A. Let's check A. So the rectangle can be 5, the circle can be 4, and the triangle can be 1. So my correct answer is letter A. Ron is thinking of a number that is more than 899, but less than 997. Which of the following numbers could Ron be thinking of? And that number is 990. C is the correct answer. Let's move on. That was simple. The table below shows the value of a house and an apartment taken from a game. Use the information to answer item 27. So we can clearly see that two of the houses, the price of two of the houses makes the price for one apartment. So 2 houses is the same as 1 apartment. That's the answer. Not bad either. Read the information below about 4 family members. Use it to answer item 28. Who is the youngest member of the family? Let's look at the information. Yannick is 22 years old. Yannick is half the age of Kevin's age. Kevin's age, I'm just going to put it right here, is 44. Half of 44 is 22. Kevin is 4 times older than Lee. Lee is 11. 4 times 11 is 44. And then Gavin is 6 years older than Lee. And Gavin is 17 because 6 more than 11 is 17. So the youngest member of the family is Gavin because he would have been 11 years old. Answer is B. Observe the 3 balance scales below. Use them to answer item 29. Which object is the heaviest? So we know that when we're looking at a scale, the heaviest object is the one that's weighed down more, farther down on the scale. So it's either this or this pattern. We're not seeing this pattern in the answer, or we are. Let's see which one weighs more. But also it's already seen up here that where it's equal, right? So it does weigh equal to this shape here. And then eventually we look at this shape here over on, again, I'm just gonna label the figures just for explanation purposes, right? I can further go ahead and label these just for explanation purposes. Oh no, this would be C because it's already C here. It's already, I made an error. All right, so let's label back this one as A. Do this as C, and this here would be, this pattern here would be B. All right, so looking at the scale, this labeling really helped. A is lighter than B, or B is B is heavier than A. Let's come back across. A and C weighs the same, and C here is heavier than D. But if A and C are the same, or weighs the same, and B is heavier than A, it's also heavier than C. So the correct answer is B, up in that labeling, but it's actually D down here. The letter D is the answer. All right, let's move along. The diagram shows a container to be filled with 2 liters of water. Use it to answer item 30. In each of the following options, each container holds the same amount of water as the container above. Which of the following will likely fill the container with water exactly to the 2-liter mark? So let's look at it. This will be about half. This is a quarter of the 2-liter. And this looks like a quarter, and this looks like a half. So quarter and a half will be 3/4. These both look like a half, so I can automatically say these are the answer. Half of 2-liter, half of 2-liter, which is 1 liter. Both add them together will give you 2 liters. And this is going to clearly be more than the 2 liters, because this already looks like 3/4 of the 2-liter container, and this is already a half. So that would be more. So the answer is C. So with only a few more questions left, I think it's safe for me to say that this paper, I have to pause my screen share. Let's stop it, by the way, and let me revert to my full-on face discussion, because I need to catch this full reaction. This is by far the easiest PEP Ability Test paper. If you agree with me, please comment down below in the comment section. I'm sure you can agree that this is by far the easiest PEP Ability Test paper. So we spoke about the latter part of the paper, the last 20% being highly mathematics oriented. We saw mathematics coming out here, but there weren't any question that had to boggle my brain where or boggle or frustrate me, where I was really just thinking about how to work this out or anything like that. And I think it can I can say this now with only just a few more questions left. I can say that this paper was the easiest paper. Tell me what you think, Pep Stars. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Have you looked through all of the past papers before so you can make a clear judgment? I have, and I can say that by far 2023 ability test paper is the easiest. And if you were among the 2023 cohort, you really got away. Yes, compared to the other years, you really got away. And I hope that it reflected in your grades when you saw your reports that your ability tests grades were very good, because the test was not that difficult. I can really say that. All right, let's get back to the paper. All right, 3 children are shown below. I'm going to solidify this statement that I just made at the end of the paper. 3 children are shown below. Tom weighs 27.9 kg and Sarah weighs 28.6 kg. Use this information to answer item 31. So Anne is between Tom and Sarah. The children are standing in ascending order based on their height. Ascending means the smallest to the largest. Which of the following could represent Anne's weight? So Anne should be somewhere between 27.9 and 28.6. And that answer is 28.2 kg. It's moving on. If you can see how fast I'm moving along, you would really attest to what I'm saying. The diagram below shows the route taken by a plane on day one. It also shows the plane's average speed, its scheduled departure time, and its scheduled arrival time on day one. Use the diagram to answer item 32. On day two, the same plane leaves at the same time, travels along the same route, but travels at a greater speed to the same destination. Which time code represents the likely arrival time for the plane on day two? Let's look at the departure time. The departure time is 3:30 p.m. The speed is 760 kilometers per hour. And the arrival time is 5 p.m. So if the plane on day two travels leaves at the same time, travels along the same route, and goes to the same destination, it just travels at a faster speed or a greater speed, clearly it will reach before 5 p.m. So I'm gonna go with 4:45, seeing as though 3:30 would have been the departure time. And clearly it would have reached afterwards unless there's some technical issues that weren't explained here. So the answer is 4:45 p.m. Students, I'm moving along pretty fast. It is by far the least challenging paper. I don't like to use the word easy. The table below shows the make and color of cars in stock at a car dealership. Use it to answer items 33 and 34. Which make of car has the largest stock at the car dealership? Toyota looks to be the largest, 15 plus 5 plus 2, that's 22. The Mazda is 16 plus 4 plus 1, 21. 7 plus 6, 13 plus 5, 18. 8 plus 4, 12 plus 5, 17. The Toyota has the largest stock. A buyer purchases a black car. What are the chances that the make of the car is Subaru or a Toyota? Is a Subaru or a Toyota? So the Subaru, for the black cars, it's 5, and the Toyota is also 5. Out of the 15 black cars, because 4 is Honda and 1 is Mazda. So what's the chance of choosing a Subaru or a Toyota? It is likely. It's not unlikely, nor is it impossible. Not certain either, but it's likely that you can choose one of those, right? Because 10 out of 15 cars, it's going to be likely that you can choose one of those. Not certain, a higher ratio or a higher percentage would make it certain. So I'm going to go with likely. And I'm on to number 35. The pie chart shows the sports preferred by 160 grade 6 students at a school. Use the item or use it to answer items 35 to 37. Sports preferred by 160 grade 6 students: netball, cricket, tennis, football, track and field. Which sport is the least preferred by the grade 6 student that will have the smallest portion in the pie? That's tennis. Which 2 sports are preferred by more than a half of the grade 6 students? Let's look for more than a half. And that's football and track and field. Here would be a half. So football and track and field is more than a half. That is an option. And now to number 37. The number of students who prefer netball is 3 times the number of students who prefer tennis. How many students prefer tennis? Let's look at the netball. So netball and tennis make up a quarter of the students. 160 divided by 4. Yes, I'm going to do it right here. Is 40. So this entire portion here is 40. So it's safe to say that netball could likely be 30 and tennis be 10. So 30 is in fact there as an answer. It's not the correct answer, but it gives you an idea that netball could actually be 30. So 3 times 10 is actually 30. So we can say 10 students prefer tennis. All right, so let's move on to number 38. There are 60 animals on a farm: cows, goats, chickens. There are 15 chickens and there are 3 more goats than chickens. How many cows? I made an error. Let me read over. There are 60 animals on a farm: cows, goats, and chickens. There are 15 chickens and there are 3 more goats than cows. This is where I made error. How many cows are there on the farm? So out of the 60 animals on the farm, we know that 15 are chicken. So we can quickly subtract 15 from 60, 45. I dare you to go back and watch the other reviews of the past papers, the ability test past papers that I've done. Surely this comes nowhere to the working out that I've done on those papers. And this is by far the most working out that I've done on this paper so far. So we are left with 45 for goats and cows. And we know that there are 3 more goats than cows. So we're gonna divide 45 not into 2 directly because we need to have 3 more goats than cows. All right. So I'm just gonna try to divide, and I can say 25 and 22. But this is like a guess and check. This is also a problem solving strategy. It works once they're making correct guesses or more accurate guesses. This is greater than 45, so this one will not work. I'm gonna put an X through it. I'm gonna try another combination. How about, I'm still trying to get to 45, but I want the number of goats to be 3 more than cows, all right? So let's try the cows to be 21. 3 more than 21 is 24. And again, both of these options are in the answer. They usually give them, right? So we can say that there are 21 cows. 3 more than 21 cows is 24 goats. All right, so the answer is, I should have typed, but I'm gonna continue using the writing too. So there you have it, the answer is 21 cows on the farm. It's a big tick. All right, so for number 39, item 39, there is a question followed by 2 statements. Read the statements carefully to see if they provide enough information to help you to answer the question. How many students in grade 6 are members of the Brownie Club? The statements are: all the girls in grade 6 are members of the Brownie Club. More than half of the students in grade 6 are girls. So both of these statements are not sufficient to tell you how many students in grade 6 are members of the Brownie Club. First, you need to have at least the total number of students in grade 6, or you need to know what's the number of girls in grade 6. Otherwise, you will not be able to determine how many students in grade 6 are members of the Brownie Club, even with the information provided here. So we can tick D. Both of these statements together are not enough to answer the question. So there you have it, we're on to our final question. The information below represents what Jenny observed about the number of points she earned after shopping at a supermarket. Use the information to answer item 40. Day 1, Jenny bought 1 bag of groceries and earned 4 points. So 1 bag of groceries equals 4 points. Day 2, Jenny bought 3 baskets of groceries and earned the same number of points she earned for 1 bag of groceries. For the 1 bag of groceries she bought on day 1, along with 2 more points. So 3 baskets equal to 4 points because the 1 bag of groceries equal to 4 points plus 2 more points, so that's 6 points, all right? For purpose of explanation and understanding, I'm gonna just put the points beside it. So we know this is 4 and equal, everything equals to 6. On day 3, Jenny bought 1 trolley of groceries and earned the same number of points she would have earned if she bought 5 baskets of groceries on day 2. So we know that the basket of groceries, 3 of them is 6 points. So I'm gonna equate it to say that, and we know that 1 basket is 4 points, right? Because we saw that on the first day. So we can say that if we split these 2 baskets, that would equate to 1 bag of groceries. If we split these 2, or if we split this bag of groceries into 2 baskets, we would get 2 plus 2, and we can say that each basket is valued at 2 points, and that's why I would have 6 points. So 3 baskets, 6 points, all right? So if we have 5 baskets, that's 2 points, 2 points here, 2 points here, 2 points here, 2 points here, and that would equal 10 points in all. So 1 trolley, how many points did Jenny earn for 1 trolley of groceries she bought on day 3? And that's 10. Can you believe we're finished with the paper? Wow. I'm lost for words. And I'm pretty sure now that you're seeing everything, that you're also lost for words. Let me stop the share. Students, hit the comment section below. I know you can say it finally after the end of the paper that this was the simplest, by far, ability test paper that you've ever seen, right? Please subscribe to the channel. You do not want to miss the remaining review of all the other papers that I'm going to cover for 2023. So all the exams are finished for 2023. And as I said, I have all the papers. So we've completed the 2023 ability test paper in its entirety. Go and look at part 1 of the video just to tie all of this up together, right? Next, we're going to look at the performance task papers for grade 6, then the curriculum-based papers, then we're going to move on to the performance task for grade 5 and 4. You do not want to miss any of these reviews. Please stay tuned to the channel.